This is my house. It's not very big, but it's what I live in. This is my kitchen. I wish it was like 5 times the size. What's nice about the kitchen that sold me was the high ceilings. Gave me a lot of counter spaces, and I have a pantry that's in here with a washer and dryer. So that helped.
Nice.
This is that electric range that we spoke about. It's horrible. Gosh, I think if there was one thing I couldn't live without in the kitchen is this little machine right behind you, a Keurig coffee maker. I have a little bit of a coffee havoc. I'm making garbanzo beans right now to make some hummus later on today.
Nice.
On Sundays I cook a lot. I think that's a heritage thing. On Sundays you always cook a big meal. So.
What heritage are you?
I'm Italian. So on the Sundays, not only do I cook a lot, but I kind of do meal plans for the rest of the week and things like that. So, do you want to see in my fridge?
Let's take a look.
Okay, I didn't clean it. And I promise the sausage that's in here I'm storing for a neighbor. So this is my freezer. I have vodka, I have pork loin. But, and then this here, I don't know if can you show product placement? This is the best Cajun smoked sausage if you want to do a Louisiana style cooking for Louisiana tailgate. Somebody brought this to me from New Orleans and I've been storing it ever since. But here I also have Brussels sprouts and broccoli.
Very nice. We're going to be eating more of this.
Wine cooler, probably not the best habit either. I definitely like one particular type of wine, so. To show, I tend to be really like goal oriented, and last year my New Year's resolution was to pay off some credit cards. So every time I pay one off, I get a letter from the credit agency. You probably don't want to film the account numbers on here, but I've paid off a Target credit card and a really large Providian credit card that they like doled out to me when I was 18 years old. So I've paid those off and I'm working on a few more. So. This was also a piece of paper that I started that kept my weight on it. So every day I would just cross it off and add a different weight so that it's right on the fridge. I don't really have like the typical fat pictures because for some odd reason I don't think that I look that fat in pictures. So I can't really put one of those on the fridge because it just isn't a motivator to me. Like a number will motivate me. Seeing a current balance is 0, that motivates me as well. So, my fridge. I keep a lot of stuff that I use for work. Like this was a sample from work of a balsamic glaze, like a reduction. I've got some salad dressing samples down there as well. Not very organized by any means. Cream-based dressings. Oh man, that's gonna be a downfall. But I also don't drink soda at all. I drink a lot of water. And something that I did a few years ago was every time I went grocery shopping, I keep on the bottom shelf, right in plain view, a whole bunch of fresh veggies. What sucks though is that when I'm really busy with work, is that I'll just see the stuff in that big bowl go bad a lot of times. And instead I'll go for the hot Italian sausage that's in there instead. So,
sausage is a recurring theme with you.
Pork products in general.
Okay.
I never use the drawers for anything because I can't see in them. So I think that if I had a different fridge, I would use the drawers, but I can't see in them, so things just have a tendency to go down there and rot. Like I'll never use them.
Okay.
Anything else in my kitchen?
Looks good.
Okay. This is where I eat dinner with friends. I do a lot of entertaining. I typically have dates over. I always have dates over to my house because it tends to be a little less stressful for me than to go out to a restaurant. It's more of a controlled environment. So
What is it about going out to a restaurant? What's not controlled about it?
Well, there's always the thoughts of what restaurant is he going to. For instance, if the guy picks Chili's, I know that the booths are fine, but if he picks Northwest Grill, the booths are really small. So if I end up going to one of those restaurants, I try to like be really sly about it, and I'm like, hey, let's sit at the bar, and that sends the worst message ever, especially to a first date. That I'm always like, let's sit at the bar, but it's because it's more comfortable to me than cramming myself into a booth. There's also that weird awkwardness of first dates. You know, what does he drive? If it's a Honda Civic, that seatbelt's not going to fit me, but if he drives a Ford Explorer, I'm fine. So if I ask a guy before going on a date, hey, what do you drive? It makes me look really materialistic. But also it probably gives a bad message that I invite guys over to my house the first date too. So my dad would not be proud. But also I can control when I'm cooking, and I have definitely heard a few different times that my cooking will seal the deal. So if I cook for a guy, it actually means like he's something special. And I know I'll get a repeat date if I cook for him. So this is my treadmill. It used to be in my guest room, and I moved this beast out here. It is heavy. I had to throw down on some money because typical treadmills that you buy at Sears or Sports Authority or places like that won't hold somebody of my weight. So this actually has a 400-pound maximum on it, which when I started using it, I was 410, and I just crossed my fingers every day that it wasn't going to break. I got the extended warranty on it, so it works. It's nice. It's got a built-in speaker. I can plug in an iPod, plug in my phone. It also comes with these like memory cards that you put into the machine, and it's supposed to be like a personal trainer on that card. That woman doesn't understand me at all. I won't ever listen to her though. So I've never bought any of those cards. My couch, my TV, many a football games being played right now. Go Bears. Not looking so good. This is my bedroom. It's a good sized room. I have to have a king size bed. If I sleep on something smaller, I feel really cramped. Also, my past relationship, and pretty much any relationship I've been in, this is going to be really personal. I don't like to be touched when I'm sleeping. So in like a full or a queen size bed, like the person's going to touch me. And I'm not a big touchy-feely type person. So it's not that I'm not emotional or affectionate. I just don't want to be bothered when I'm sleeping.
I'm the same way, I understand.
Okay. My closet. I'm trying to think of what might be pertinent in a closet. When you are a certain size, you have to use a certain size hanger. For instance, these flocked hangers that are out now, the slimline ones, work really well because my clothes won't fall off of them. But if I use, let's see these plastic hangers? I literally probably push this up on the hanger like 45 times during the day because it falls off. And I find this on the floor all the time. I should probably just buy some more hangers. But same goes with like skirts and pants and that type of stuff. Like when you fold skirts onto hangers, like if it doesn't fold all the way, it's really hard to hang it up, so you have to make sure that you get the right size hanger to hold your clothes. And that's something that I think that a lot of people would take for granted. Like you just go to the store and you buy hangers. Well, I have to buy hangers that will hold the beast of clothes that I have. So shoes, laundry. Don't film that back. Different owies than I have the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, tell me about those owies.
They hurt. They're right here at my top butt. Not my bottom butt, the top butt. Did you really have to pan that far up and down to get all of the butt in there? Normally at work, there is food on demand. Whenever I need something, there's something that I can eat. Normally it's some leftovers from some events. In here today, we have leftover mashed potatoes. What do you think? Potatoes? Yeah, they're a little cold. These potatoes are made with butter and heavy cream, and is one of our most popular items. So now I pass on those. In the past, I would literally take this container, take it back to the kitchen, heat it up, and then eat it throughout the day at my desk. So I'm gonna pass on those. What do we have here? Okay, so this is something that you again would think would be good and okay to eat. It's green beans, but it's green beans made with butter. Lots and lots of butter. So again, the temptation to eat bad is all over the place in my office. But I haven't really had that many cravings just because I'm feeling so much better about myself and I have more energy and I'm just liking how my body's feeling and shaping up a little bit. So I really don't even want to eat that stuff.
That's up there, yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, Tracy and Carly, how are you all today?
Good.
Good. Good. It's a beautiful day. Tracy, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell me, Tracy, what was your let me rephrase that. How do you feel after your huge accomplishment here, losing 200 pounds?
I feel fantastic.
Do you, what is it like? How does your quality of life changed?
Well, just every little aspect of it is so much easier. Just little things that you never realized was difficult is 10 times easier now. So.
Carly, what was your motive in taking this project on?
Obviously, we have a very serious health problem in our country, and I wanted to show the world how easily it can be solved, and how quickly you can reverse bad health into good health, and just the improvements in quality of life that you can see. And it's amazing how quickly it worked. This has just been 1 year, and Tracy has gone from someone who could do very little activity-wise, who was facing potential health problems, to someone who can do everything now. Not only can do everything, but do everything very well. Athletically, as well as in her job and her everyday activities. The person that she's changed into has been an amazing transformation.
I understand you ran a marathon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
15K.
Just a 15K. We'll get there, but I'm glad to know that people think that I've ran a marathon. Not quite yet, but yeah, 15K, and it felt good. Definitely felt good to complete it. I wasn't the last person there, and I didn't get lapped. I think everybody has been lapped once in life, and it sucks. So yeah, felt good to complete it for sure.
She did really well. And it was amazing. We really did not encounter very many problems. She really enjoys eating a plant-based diet, and it was a very easy transformation for her. I don't think that we encounter any problems with that. She enjoys working out. She enjoys exercise. So anyone can do it. That's our message, is that anyone can do this right now. If you want to make that change, you will see benefits very quickly, see results very quickly, and the quality of your life will be greatly improved very quickly.
I think that I had seen, so many other people struggle with weight loss that I thought it would be really difficult and really hard, but, once I started doing it, and it was easy. The diet was definitely the easiest part of it, because there were so many different options out there that it really wasn't just a diet, it was just changing my way of thinking. And then the diet made the workouts 10 times easier, so it just all worked itself together like that.
What do you think what do you think your biggest challenge was during this past year?
Keeping up with clothing. There were times where it took me a while to really love to do cardio, but I took a break from it for a few days and then went back to it, and I really missed it. So I think that was probably one of the biggest challenges. But the diet was definitely the easiest part of it, and what got me through some of those hard days. You know, I would think about how I would feel after I would eat a steak and sour cream on my potato, and there'd be no way that I could go and work out after that. So
The biggest challenge I saw for Tracy was something that I see a lot with people losing weight, but not to this scale. And it's just that, and I think everyone should be prepared for this when you do decide to get healthy and lose weight, is there's a lot of people that are going to speak out against you and be upset with you because it's something that they don't understand, and it's something that's not the norm. So you just have to believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing, and I think the results speak for themselves. But she had a lot of friends get upset with her for doing this. She had her boss upset with her, which essentially led to her losing her job when she surpassed her boss in weight loss. That was the biggest problem I saw for her that she had to deal with, and that was something that we constantly work with together on.
yeah, I mean, I would agree. I didn't expect so many people to be so opinionated about what I was doing. Just because I thought I was doing something very healthy, I definitely felt 10 times better. I was looking better. Just every aspect of my life was improving, and then to know that I had people making comments and passing judgment was a shock to me, for sure. I didn't understand why they would do that type of thing, especially when none of them there passed judgment when I was leading a very unhealthy lifestyle. But when I started to get healthy, there was a few different people that made some comments that...
A huge concern about her B12.
Yes, B12.
Is she eating enough protein?
Yes,
Is she
protein.
eating enough iron? What else?
Oh, just everything that, yeah.
If we could be a millionaire for every time someone asks her that.
Yeah, I've had strangers ask if I was on diet pills. I've had somebody ask me in the grocery store if I had a lap band procedure. I've had people go through my shopping cart. Yeah, definitely was not prepared for that, but I'm gonna go for it.
Tracy, will you share with us the story of when you were walking down that street? I love that story.
I was walking to the gym, which is, number one, a big change for me. I would always drive to the gym, but I was able to walk to the gym to work out, and along the way I noticed that a few different guys in cars were looking at me, and I was used to guys looking at me a certain way, normally being pretty grossed out by the large woman trying to work out on the side of the road. So, and it wasn't until about the third or fourth guy passed by that I realized that they were actually checking me out. So it's definitely a different mindset to get used to, that I have lost some weight, and it's a different physique that is being shown. So not saying that I didn't like it, just different mindset for sure.
Do you have a message you would want to send other men or women that have weight issues?
Oh yeah, of course. I never realized how easy it could be. I also had no idea what I was missing out on. I think in general, American society has made it so easy to be obese. There's seatbelt extenders, there's adaptations to every aspect of your life that you can do, from knowing which restaurant has small booth sizes to knowing which cars you can fit into. There's ways around good health, and that's really sad looking back at it, that it's so easy nowadays to be overweight. And there are quite a few challenges against obese people. I mean, just finding workout clothes when you're 345 pounds is a challenge, but yet you can easily go onto a plane and find a seatbelt extender. That to me, looking back at it, is silly, that I settled for so long, not knowing how easy it could be. I live on the 3rd story now, and before I would never visit friends that live up a flight of stairs. There's no way that I would go up them, and now I go up those flight of stairs 2 or 3 times a day, and I don't have any problems with it at all. I didn't know what I was missing out on, just because it was easy to be fat.
Carly, what have you learned? Excuse me, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
Carly, what have you learned from this experience?
I have learned that, well, what my message is that I'd like to deliver is that you can do it. Anyone can do it. Try it for 30 days and see what happens. Unfortunately, there's no money in dead people. There's no money in healthy people. So we have a lot of sick people. That's where the money is for medicine, to keep giving people medications and prolonging their sickness. There's not a lot of encouragement to be healthy. So that's why there's so much misinformation, and that's why it's so difficult to be healthy with all these fad diets, all these diet pills, all these lap-random procedures. Go back to basics. Eat things as they come out of the ground, stick to a plant-based diet, get out there, do a little exercise, and you will be healthy.
Are doctors trained in nutrition?
From my understanding, there is very little training in nutrition, and that's from several doctors that I train at my gym who are having weight issues.
There's a psychological benefit, obviously, as well. And I'm sure the vegan diet it addresses different plant additives, food additives and things like that, right? Did you want to talk about that at all?
Well, yeah, I think that in general, it just, I feel good. I'll eat it all day, and I don't have any problems with it. I don't have to think about how much protein's in it. I don't have to worry about the carbs. I don't have to worry about any of that. I never count anything. I'm not good at math, so I wasn't going to do it anyways. But it was just keeping it very simple and not complex that helped. And I think that in general, people, I've heard somebody had told me, oh, grapes, they're so high in sugar, why do you eat them? Well, that just sounds crazy to me. If I want grapes and I like grapes and they make me feel good, I'm going to eat them. But if I want a steak and I eat that steak and it doesn't make me feel good, why would I eat it again? I'm not going to do that. So it's just simple. I just keep it simple. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was what you were asking.
It's an important part of this diet. We don't count calories. We don't worry about our carbs, our fat, and our protein. All we do is eat. And it works. It's easy. You're not restricting yourself. You have more energy. You sleep better. You think better. You're more productive.
What is your goals for the foreseeable future?
Just continue on with how I'm living my life. Take each day and live it to the fullest. I haven't set any big goals. I think I just did a big goal. So just playing catch up with everything that I've missed out on the first 30 years of my life. Just living life.
Do you think you'll have a hard time sticking to this lifestyle?
No, absolutely not. It's easy. It's easy, it's rewarding, and it makes me feel silly for not doing it earlier.
What attracted me to this diet? I being interested in health, I've tried every single diet out there. I was interested in sports and lifting weights, and the more I looked into it, the more I researched, the more I realized how wrong popular nutrition was, and that the protein, animal protein, everything, how unhealthy it was. And then I read the China study and several other books and movies about a plant-based diet, and the research is immense and very clear that there's a direct link to all the major diseases, cancer, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes, through animal-based products. So at first I was like, oh, this is it's terrible. I love meat, I love milk. How am I going to do this? But I tried it, and I liked it. I felt better immediately. My body fat was lower. I didn't go to the doctor I haven't been to the doctor. You're healthy all the time, and it was very clear to me. So I had my clients do it at my gym, and everyone that does it gets very healthy very quickly. And I saw it over and over again. So I wanted to do this film to reach a large group of people, rather than just doing it on a person-by-person basis. I hoped to show the whole world how easy this is to do through a movie. That was my goal, my idea.
Can you talk a minute about why it's good for the planet?
It's good for the planet for a whole lot another reason, which is we are destroying our planet because of the animals. The cattle are responsible for like 80% of the methane gas released into the environment. And the grains, we feed the cattle enough grains to feed 8 billion people. We don't even have 8 billion people on the planet. We could feed the whole planet if we stopped feeding the cattle all of our grains. It's destroying the forest, it's destroying the land, and if you care about other beings at all, torturing and slicing them and boiling them and cutting them up, there's nothing humane about it. It didn't used to be the reason why I started this diet, but it's a bloody, scary, nasty world, and I don't want to support it anymore. And I think that if most people saw what was going on, they wouldn't want to support it either. We've had a great support team at Zen Fitness from all the trainers there, and a great support group with my family. And we really appreciate everyone's help. Couldn't have done it without everyone.
Could you talk a minute about the Prissy Killers?
I can. Let me talk about the Percy Killers.
She dedicates it all to Tracy.
Yes, it is all dedicated to the Percy Killers, the most amazing team of word game players. They take down those great white men.
Even though they never won.
We let them win. We let them win.